Hassen Adams, the non-executive chairman of Grand Parade Investments, has been talking a lot about corporate governance, and I've spent some time in the last couple of days going through the annual report of Grand Parade Investments. Related party transactions are a big issue. I mean, Steinhoff imploded on related party transactions. Should your shareholders be concerned about the fact that the cleaning company that does the cleaning for Burger King has you as a majority shareholder? That the company that helped set up the Burger King stores has Hassen Adams as a significant shareholder. That company is called Madison Consulting, for example. Quite a lot of related party stuff that has happened within Grand Parade, which has also got the activists very hot under the collar.
Okay, I don't know if you want me to go through a commission of inquiry through all of this. I'm happy to do that, because you've got to understand, most of our assets and growth in assets start with community participation, where we use people around us, especially our shareholders, whether it's in landscaping or whether it's in the building side, to come on board. In the case of the cleaning services, we have a company, or I'm involved in a company that owns it. Cleaning services, security, and all of that sort of stuff. The work that they do here is virtually at cost, okay? And this building we built with our own hand. We paid 25 million for this building. It's now worth over 200 million.
It's a multi-story. For anybody who doesn't know the Grand Parade investment building, it's got 15
so the point
stories.
I want to make is that we've added value, and everything that I have done here is in the annual report.
It is fully disclosed.
It's disclosed. Every single related party transaction, wherever I got involved with, I've kept the corporate governance clean and above board all the time. When you're talking about Madison's Consulting, the work that Madison's Consulting has done here is puny. They're an engineering firm. I'm an engineer, and quite frankly, how much engineering is there on a burger? They've never done any work. But you see, there's a couple of these activists.
Do you think they add value, or do they distract from the purpose of the business you're trying to build?
I think that, can I show you this, okay?
I'll hold it up. It's an extract from a column written by Philippa Larkin, in which it says, Mervyn King says, shareholders don't own firms. And I think that's the point.
I think the point that I'm trying to make is those shareholders should read this, because they don't own the business. They're just there to bark like a bunch of dogs at moving cars. And I'm saying this quite openly. They bark because they want to see a growth in the share price. Now,
but don't the 28,000 people who started out with you all those years ago want to see that value realized?
They've seen it from 17.5 cents to where it is now. It's now trading at 3.20 rand.
And it was over 10 at one point.
Yeah, no, it was never over 10. You got it wrong.
It was thereabouts.
Can I tell you what happened with the hype of Burger King? Everybody rushed in. They didn't realize that Burger King would take 6 years to grow. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a huge cost. There was a guy called Arnold who wrote for Vunani. He was absolutely right. He said these guys are going to need R1 billion to make this thing into a decent business. Well, we haven't spent $1 billion, but we spent probably about 760 million. But only now it's a decent business. You need the critical mass, especially with huge head office costs. This is not a burger like you fry on your little braai outside. This is a scientific burger. We don't provide fast food. We provide good food fast.
But you've seen how Famous Brands has burnt themselves with Gourmet Burger Kitchen. It's a fundamentally different concept in the United Kingdom. The burger sector is quite heavily traded. I mean, have you got sufficient mass for this thing to keep growing in this market, which is dominated by McDonald's, which has got Steers as a very significant player in the space, and then all the multitude of startups, the Rocamamas, in which you've got a stake via Spur as well, and Spur, of course, too.
This is a different aspect to burgers, okay? This is a sandwich that provides a family meal. It's a responsible food journey that we're on. If you look at our market now, the middle income market, especially from the new minimum wage and so on, everybody's buying at Burger King. It's quick and it's fast, but it's not a fast food product that we provide. We provide a product of a pure beef burger. We call it a sandwich, We have it's growing like crazy. People are becoming used to it. I just said to you, our turnover by the end of this year would be about $1 billion and more.
What's the next step then? So you're looking for a buyer for a stake in Burger King, and then the big secret announcement in the next 3 months. That is to put Grand Parade Investments as an investment holding company into assets in the consumer space, or do you go out of business to consumer? What are you diversifying?
I said to you, you know, we look for opportunities to leverage, like we did with the slots, like we did with a lot of other businesses that we sold. In the case of Burger King, we've now built it up to an asset for sale at a price where we're not going to lose money. So we would
How are you going to make money? I think that's what your shareholders want to know, is how are you going to make money?
We're going to make money, and I can tell you, I'd like you to call me after 3 months, because if the share price goes up and I make money for them, then they call Hassen a magician. Right now, it's the impatience of shareholders that creates these activists, you know. And
the impatience of editors and producers is far stronger than the impatience of shareholders. I have to wave my magic wand and say thank you, Hassen Adams, very much indeed.
Hassen Adams, talking to you.
The non-executive chairman of Grand Parade Investments, an investment holding company with a big secret, all to be revealed in the next 3 months. The clock has started ticking. Good night.